Well, you mentioned the carbon tax, and I think we saw this week an example of the degree of difficulty for anybody to try and get messages out there. This is the Thursday headline in The Australian, which said that Westpac joins the carbon tax revolt. And this is what Gail Kelly, the CEO of Westpac, had to say about that on Radio National.
Oh, Fran, that headline is just straight out wrong, really fundamentally wrong. Quite annoying, actually, to see a headline like that. We've been an advocate of an ETS, a trading scheme, for some period of time because we think it's the best way in which you can actually drive innovation and drive the necessary changes that are required here. And a carbon price is one step in that direction.
Now, the point here is, are we being a little misled about the level of hostility towards this carbon tax in terms of the business community attitude to this? You get a headline straight away if you oppose something. Sometimes you get a headline even if you don't oppose it. But if you support it, you don't.
Well, I think the point there, though, was that the headline, it was the headline that she was objecting to, whereas
yes,
the body of the story was in line with what she'd been saying.
There was nothing in the story, precisely, nothing in the story to support the headline.
Well, except she was saying that she supported an ETS as opposed to a carbon price, and the uncertainty was hurting business. That was the whole point. So she was not supporting what the government was saying. She wasn't revolting, but she wasn't supporting what the government was doing, which is basically where everyone's at.
But she even supports a transition to an ETS via a carbon tax. That was happening the last time. What she's saying, the one thing she's saying that's not credible is that an ETS would give business greater certainty. It doesn't, because the price of a pollution permit jumps all over the place, whereas a tax can give certainty because it's a fixed price.
But the Financial Review on the same day ran an article saying that certainly those people who were handpicked to turn up at Kirribilli House, the business leaders, to talk about it, were saying that they felt that the debate has been ambushed to an extent by those who are the export people who are exposed to the tax in particular, and the generators. Is there a sense that's true, that there are very divided opinions within the business community?
Barry, it's true to the extent that the no case gets a better run, but the yes case hasn't actually been given a good run by the business community themselves. Business has been quite conflicted for the last couple of years, ever since they watched the miners almost knock off a government. May have got rid of a Prime Minister in the process. They all would like to reserve the right to do that for their issue as well. You never see them going in the trenches on behalf of reform. They haven't done this for 20 years. They didn't do it for the coalition. They were the last ones to... they were the first ones to run away from the GST when the going got tough on the GST. I think any government, coalition or Labor, that relies on business to promote a positive case is actually wasting its time.
Well, that's exactly right. And it's not as if they're queuing up. Even the so-called supporters of what the government is doing to get out there in the media and say this is a great idea, we're all behind it. I mean, everybody's holding back. So
they're not about to spend $20 million in advertising saying they support it, are they?
No. The main supporters are in the finance sector. They're the ones who pushed for this in the beginning because they'll make money out of it. They can make money out of the trading system, if it's a trading system. So that they're strongly in favour of it, and they originally were right behind.